being that we are in our 30s, soon approaching your 30s, we're not doing the vodka sodas anymore, which you already referenced. What, for someone who maybe is a picky drinker, what is an easy way to elevate a simple cocktail?
And are you asking for someone who's drinking it or making it?
Ooh. I was thinking, like, say I'm having my girlfriends over and I just wanted it to be like a little something special. So maybe like I'm hosting. So I guess I'm making it. But then now I want to know what it is when I'm drinking it too.
I guess it's pretty similar enough, like whether you're drinking or you're making it. But so you're having your girlfriends over and you want to elevate something. My first tip is think of like a fun garnish. Like, you know, there's edible flowers that look super cute. You can dehydrate fruit in like your air fryer and it looks super chic.
Yeah.
So think of like a fun garnish, a fun rim. I think that instantly elevates the look of a drink.
Yes.
Also to take something that's simple enough like a vodka soda and think of like things you can add to it. Like, can I do like a rosemary simple syrup? Or, you know, like these, you know, add like these simple little flavors that you can add that instantly make it chic.
How do you make a simple syrup?
You literally do equal parts sugar, water, boil it.
And then you just put like some dry rosemary
You do
in it.
dry rosemary while it's boiling, let it boil for a little bit, and then you have a simple syrup.
That is such
And you can do that with anything.
Sneaky little trick.
You can do that with, you know, fresh lavender and put that in a vodka lemonade. And
whatever flavor you like. But it's not reinventing the wheel. You don't need to come up with some crazy kooky cocktail that no one's ever heard of and you don't even know if it's going to be good. You just take what you know and kick it up a notch.
And I don't recommend reinventing the wheel because like what's good is good. It's timeless, like for a reason. It's classic. It's kind of like a lot like food.
Yeah.
You know, and then sometimes you see this drink and it has like 10 ingredients in it. You have to buy all this stuff that you're never going to use ever again. So
it's so true.
So, and it's kind of like wasteful. So try to find little ways to elevate what you know is classic and good and also what you like.
What is your favorite cocktail?
Oh, it's a Manhattan, a Maker's Mark Manhattan.
Ooh. Okay, I am not a huge fan of brown liquor. I've tried it. I don't know if it's because it makes me think of like my like Italian family drinking brandy when I was little. Just like anything that's darker or colored, I'm kind of like, I don't know, I'm not into it. Is that an option you would recommend to ease into it? Or are you kind of a fan of, if you don't like it, stick to what you like?
So I think if you don't like it, stick to what you like.
Okay.
Like I want so badly to love dirty martinis. I want so badly to like them. And I can't. I try them all the time.
What don't you like about it?
I just don't like olives.
Oh, well, yeah, that's a problem.
But I want so badly to like dirty martinis. I think it's just like such a great drink order. You sit down, a nice dinner.
It is. There's something very, Sex in the City about
Absolutely.
it.
So
it's
cosmopolitan.
Just, yes. That's my go-to, but I can only have one. I have to cut myself off. I turn into they call me Stacy when I've had too much to drink, and one dirty martini will do it for me.
Set you right over the edge.
Set you right over. But I always am like filthy, extra dirty, and it's so uncomfortable when I order it, but that's just how I like it.
That's exactly like how I would want it. And I'm just like, when I drink it.
And then you just hate it even more because it's just more and more olive.
I'm forcing myself to drink it.
When it comes to the espresso martini, are you a creamy or a dreamy girl?
Dreamy. I hate Bailey's. That's actually one of the few alcohols I won't drink.
Really?
Yep. The smell of it, everything.
Okay. What is, for people at home, what's the main difference? Because I don't know if many people hear it that way. I think a lot of people just associate the Bailey's version with an espresso martini.
So, I mean, when you're thinking creamy, you're just adding extra Bailey's or sometimes like even cream. Restaurants will put cream in it.
Put cream in it?
Sometimes to make it like extra.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I kind of wish I didn't know that.
So for me, just give me like the vodka and the coffee and I'm good to go.
Yeah, it's one of those things. Some people don't drink coffee, and it's an acquired taste. So I think the creaminess kind of helps diffuse some of the bitter taste of the coffee. But I'll take either. Yeah. I mean, I will take either. Yeah. I'm not gonna be picky when it comes to an espresso martini.
But that's a great point that you made. Like if you don't have that acquired taste, kind of like what you were saying about the dark liquors, take something that you like and mix it with it, or find a cocktail that takes a brown liquor that you wouldn't typically drink, but you typically drink maybe a specific juice as a mixer, and try to find a cocktail to kind of ease you into it.
I think of like whiskey and Coke. What do people drink with bourbon?
So bourbon, a lot of times you get the Manhattan, but I know I make a cocktail that's with, bourbon, grapefruit juice, a little bit of honey syrup. So it's slightly sweeter. Yeah. So
I could get down with that.
Yeah. Don't conform to these drink norms. I
gotta get myself out of this box.
Yeah. Like you're putting whiskey in a box. Like there's so many things out there.
I imagine when you were really behind the scenes in the thick of it, bartending, you would get the surprise me, make me whatever you want, or I don't like sweet, but I like sour, or whatever. Is that frustrating for you as a bartender?
At first, it was frustrating because you're like, okay, I don't want to give you something you don't like, because clearly that person doesn't really know what they like.
Right.
So I don't want to give them a drink that they're not going to enjoy. Now I've kind of established what like my go-to drink is when people ask me that, which is a French martini.
Those are delicious.
Yeah. So whenever, typically, I don't want to like stereotype, but typically when someone says, can you make me something, I don't know what I want, it's usually a female. So it is. And so the French martini is always a hit. So that's like my go-to for that, because it's not too sweet. It has a little bit of the pineapple that makes it tasty, bubbly.
It's not overpowering or overwhelming. It's kind of just enough.
Yeah.
Just right. What do you say? I have a lot of girlfriends who I hate sweet. If it has just the teeniest bit of simple syrup, they won't drink it. What would be your go-to recommendation for somebody who hates sweet things?
For hates, so I'd say kind of go with the dark liquors then.
The dark liquors.
Or like go for a good alcohol that you like on the rocks.
Okay.
Because if you don't like a touch of sweet, you don't like a touch of simple, that's going to like really limit in terms of like cocktails, because most cocktails have some sort of sweetness incorporated into it. So just find what you like and maybe just drink it on the rocks, or replace it with a lemon or a lime juice, because it has a tartness as well.
We were chatting a little bit before we started recording, and I feel like it needs to be said on the show, because you brought up lemon or lime. We've been talking about garnishes. And so I was told a very long time ago that you are supposed to chase your tequila with an orange and not a lime. And you reassured me that that is correct. But will you explain to the people why?
So I definitely think you should chase your tequila with an orange. One, it's juicier. It tastes better. Like it's like a little sip of orange juice after you have your tequila shot. It's delish. And sometimes
that was my favorite thing that you said. But it's so true.
It's so true.
I feel like the bitterness of the lime makes the tequila burn more, where the orange just kind of mellows it all out for you.
Yeah, and when I bite into a lime, I'm like, okay, I feel like I'm getting heartburn right now.
Yes, 100%.
Like wicked ajna right away.
There you go. My little queen over there.